we are, Makeshift Sports Podcast. Got myself, El Jefe, we got Big B, and we got Chase. I'm realizing now we got to give Chase a nickname because that's just not good. It's
ripe for opportunities.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Let's just fire them off real quick.
My whole life I've been hearing them.
You've been hearing some nicknames. What's been the best nickname?
Yeah.
I don't know about nicknames, but just how many times people have been like, "You're chasing me," and I'm like, "What? Come on, y'all."
That's tough.
Awful.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So bad.
I know.
You know. Damn.
Listen, I'd start calling you like Baby Arm, but then we'd have to give context, and I don't want to have to go through that every time. So we got to go with something different.
It's a little embarrassing.
That's just a lie
about that.
Yeah. So we'll work on it. Before the next time we come together for content, we'll figure something out. But in the meantime, Chase is Chase. Chase is awesome. Chase is our cam man. He's he makes us look as good as we can possibly be at this time and point when we're out golfing and doing sports, because we're god awful at them. But he somehow finds the angles that make us look not so awful. So we appreciate you for that.
Definitely.
I just like being out having fun with you guys. So
appreciate it. We like having you. It's the best part.
You just like laughing.
I like having somebody other than Jeff. Yeah.
I do egg you guys on a lot, so that's part of it.
You give us shit, which is definitely much appreciated when we need it. We need that motivation sometimes. So some call outs are great.
Absolutely. We need that critic behind the camera for sure, giving us shit, because we'll get a little complacent if we don't. So.
Yeah.
And then if it ever gets too far, then we'll just put you in front of the camera and then we'll expose you to the world of how you are when it comes to these sports.
Well, we're going to talk about it, but I was in the pickleball video some and did pretty poorly. So
and you know what? You got better as it went on, but I mean, so did I. We both did. And at the end, we gave Webby a run for his money, but unfortunately that was not recorded, which
no,
that would have been the best one to have on there, but
for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That just means we have to go back out,
point, which was tough. Yeah. We do need to do another one. Definitely.
Yeah. We didn't do any of the doubles videos, which was actually when it evened out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's why we need a second cam man. Oh, we can get you in front or swap you and the other one out and then do some of the doubles. So next time around, maybe we can arrange it to where Eddie is in town and we hit him up at that time and we truly get our asses kicked by two extremely talented pickleball individuals.
It's a really good idea, because then I could take a break. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't take a break until like we were almost done, dude. I was freaking whipped. I was like, holy shit, I don't want to play anymore. I'm tired.
You know what? You were good though, Brandon. I feel like you had some good placements.
I was trying. I was trying hard.
I think out of the three of us, you were actually probably the most consistent one. So
yeah. I don't know. I don't think I was the most improved. I think I was just like kind of started and just stayed. I don't know if I improved a ton.
I can agree with that. I think Chase and I definitely stepped it up. I feel like, I mean, you definitely saw like a peak in performance as well too, but like you were pretty consistent. I think it just means that you're just more athletic when it comes to that sport than we are. So, I mean, you did take home the championship in high school. So
I did.
There you go.
Yeah. So I had a little
You had some experience.
Yeah, for sure. It was way different, but yeah, I did see Webby put on there one of his paddles. And it was like on sale for like half off with their discount code. I thought about snagging that, dude. I was really close. I was like, but then I'd be all in another freaking obsession or addiction, and I don't need another one of those.
And I feel like half off for those paddles is still like $500 though.
Yeah, it was like $80.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, I'll go.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If his paddle goes half off for the Five Below one, I'll take advantage of that.
There
one. That's more in my realm of like budget.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll buy two. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'll get you a Five Below one, Jeff.
There you go.
I'll go pick it up for you.
Nice.
I mean, I want to buy the products that match my talent level when it comes to these sports. So like Five Below probably matches. Like if I could find like a Five Below golf club set, that's right in my realm of talent. So
if you can find a used one that someone brought back and they put in the dumpster out back, then
dumpster. Thanks. See, again, this is why we need Chase. Holy shit! Awesome. Shots fired.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Might as well just give me a stick then, if that's the case.
That's awesome.
We got some video of you taking some shots. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all for somebody who, but for somebody, like, if you think about it, and I don't know if we talked about this on camera yet, but like Brandon's been consistently playing since like age 12.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to admit that based on some of your performances.
No, I'll admit it. I'll take it on the chin. Yeah. I haven't improved much, honestly, since I've been 12. So that's been the tough part.
But like last year when we started this thing was the first year I played consistently. I think I could count on one hand how many times I've played before last year. So I'm just starting to get into the consistency of playing, and hopefully that'll show a little bit this season. But we'll see. But for you, Chase, like you don't really golf, so to get out there and actually swing and make contact is impressive. So
definitely.
Yeah. To be fair, I did some up until high school, and then it just dropped off for a while. So,
but still, for sure, still pretty solid.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, even if I go through the winter, I mean, once the spring hits, it's like I'm trying to create the wheel all over again. It's like I don't know what the hell I'm doing with these things. So, and I've been playing since I've been 12. It's honestly, like, I tell everybody, like, it's the hardest game that there is out there. I just think because you're, millimeters or like degrees, like 1 degree away from a good shot or a bad shot. I mean, it's infuriating at times, and then it could be the best game in the world at times. Just depends on the day and how you're hitting the ball. So
we have it on record, Brandon saying golfing, Olympic diving below that in terms of skill.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't done Olympic diving. I never will either.
I mean, it could be on the checklist.
No, hell no. You ain't getting me in there. No shot, dude. No way.
I will say that I won't do that either. I'm scared of heights and free falling.
Yeah. So okay. So we have to do it. Put off the baby diving board.
I think I'd rather skydive. To be honest.
Wow.
How high is the baby diving board? I'm gonna need to know
like
that. Like
3 feet off
surface level.
I do 3. Okay, all right. I could do that. I mean, but I'm wearing the Borat suit.
I would expect nothing else.
Gonna get demonetized.
Yeah. Well, we gotta first get monetized first. So. And you never know, it could actually help us.
It might, honestly, yeah.
You'd rather see Brandon in a Borat suit than us golf. Like, as it is, with the views that we got from disc golf, we might have to turn this into a disc golf channel.
Honestly, seriously.
Yeah, there we go.
For sure. See my little toadstool in the fucking Borat suit. Whatever. Let it go, That'd be tough. Oh, nobody wants to see that. More like blur it out.
You got bristle pads sticking out the sides. And just a little button popping through.
Like a button on a fur coat.
Hey, you pop that off, you got a bird that won't quit, though.
That's right. That's right. Sorry, Chase.
That's okay.
It's been a while since we've all been together. So this is just
I wasn't ready for that.
But no.
Yeah. Well, get used to it. Get used to it. But
all right. So what'd you make me do this for? What is this? What are we talking about here?
Well, I was going to, but then you just completely interrupted me. And listen, don't come in here with demands and everything when you can't figure out how to turn the volume up on your mic.
I know, I don't even want to hear it. Figured it out. That's why I got this thing in my mouth. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Not the first time you said that one on camera. Hey, all right.
Got him.
No, but it has been a while since we've all kind of come together. We've done some content since. Chase has been there for a little bit of it, but just kind of catching up on just life and everything going on around us. So recently we've had for Brandon, I know you'll be able to speak to it more. The Pebble Beach PGA Tour just happened a few weeks ago, and then recently the Waste Management, which is my favorite golf tournament out there. Chase, are you familiar with any of those?
No.
Just
I know Waste Management, the company.
Well,
that's pretty much think of that in a golf tournament.
And lots of alcohol. Lots of
alcohol. They have to.
It's a disaster.
It is the most rowdy PGA event that's out there. Hole 16, I do believe, has a stadium seating, and it's like 70,000 if I'm not far off.
I can't remember how many. Yeah.
People just packed, drunk, everything.
Mm-hmm.
the one hole that no one's afraid to heckle you on that hole. Like everything is like there's nothing off limits. If you miss the green, you're gonna hear about it.
Yeah,
if you if you ace it or anything like that, you're gonna hear about it. And there was an ace this time around on the 16th hole too, and he dunked that thing, man.
Sure did. Yeah,
it went straight in there.
That was crazy. And then it like spun around. It was pretty crazy.
So explain to me how that fucker can do it, but yet my hole in one just spins around and then comes out the back.
Yeah, talent.
That's probably the best excuse. I'll take that. Yeah. He's probably been doing it since he's been 7. So
yeah, probably. Yeah, that's the difference.
It was a Drillo, right? If I'm thinking,
I think so. Yeah. He dunked it, and the place went nuts and threw all their beer cans out there, and he come with the sweeper.
At least they have the right company to clean it up afterwards.
Exactly. That's true. That's true.
Works out good.
I want to say it was last year they cut off beer last year because it was getting too rowdy.
It did,
and that made it even worse.
Oh yeah,
because they just erupted. Yeah,
we want beer. We want beer. I mean, you got to check out some clips, dude. It's just an atmosphere like no other. Everybody gets there at like 5 a.m. and they call it like the running of the bulls or something, and they all stand at the gate, and then the second, because it's first come first serve in that section, so they all just haul the mail, run right to where it's located to try to get their spot in there and shit. It's a crazy environment. Jeff and I've talked about going there one of these days. I don't know.
To play, to be clear.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're going to get heckled so badly then.
Oh, yeah. My God. For sure.
They destroy you.
It's all right.
100%. Yeah.
Over this past year, I've gotten some thick skin from the comments about how high I tee up the damn ball or how I swing. I got some thick skin now. It's never actually bothered me, to be honest with you. It's just like, if it works, it works. And, it was like a 50-50. It worked half the time. Yeah. But now I'm recorrecting. I'm doing things the correct way. I'm teeing it lower. I'm actually working on like a decent, consistent swing. So I'm going to definitely suck for a while until I get that under control. But,
so I couldn't tell when you guys were at the simulator. Did you start changing those things when you were there?
Yes. So started using the driver and learning how to actually swing that one. But yeah, course correcting my swing to actually make it more appropriate and more like how it should be versus this half-assed, like I'm just makeshifting a swing together, which is perfect for the name.
It's on brand.
So, it's on brand. But yeah, I've started the correction of it, and then here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be teaming up with Carson from Ironwood,
nice.
and we're going to be doing some lessons to get me ready for the spring and to get me ready for when he comes back on the channel, because we owe him another match since it left in a tie. I'm going to have him teach me just so I can hopefully beat him in that video.
Yeah,
along with Brandon and
everyone. There's no way we're gonna beat him straight up 1v1. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but
I think you have it though. I think you honestly, when you're on, you're on. Like you are so hard on yourself,
dude. But scratch, dude. I can't play scratch golf. No shot.
But I mean, come on! Like even when we had like the shitty clubs, like there's times where like you were still out driving him and you were still hitting better than he was. Like you had a persimmon in your hand, and he says it in the video. The moment you got that persimmon in your hand, you hit nothing but fairways.
I know.
So
I
like,
have to go get that thing. I've never forgot about her since.
Yeah. Oh, it's still in the basement waiting for you.
It is. It is. I know exactly which one it is too. I got it in my mind.
There's moments in that video where you're just over there cleaning it like it's a baby, and you're like,
I know,
Daddy's home.
Kept that thing.
Don't worry.
I know. I should have kept that and got rid of the 7 wood or something.
See, I wanted to do the same thing for pickleball. I was like, I need to go into pickleball training before we see Webby next time, so he comes out and I at least hold my own.
Hell yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think there's a place in Lansing, and the last I heard, I don't know, but
Chase has been diving into it, trying to find some spots for us.
It's a little tricky. You gotta find the right time, and they're all during the day. So you might have to, scoot away from work for a little bit.
Hey,
go do a little afternoon pickleball.
I mean, don't tempt me with a good time.
Feeling something coming on.
Hey, it's easy for me. I don't know how easy it is for you two.
That's a little harder for me.
I'm not going to make a comment on that on air. So it's hard. I don't ever take advantage of that. But we also recently have had the Super Bowl. Chase, I know that you did not watch the Super Bowl. Have you watched any highlights, anything? Have you seen anything from it?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the halftime show, and then I watched a good handful. I always watch the commercials. I mean, I'm in video production. I love watching the commercials. But we could talk about that. I did not watch the game. That's perfect. After the Lions were out, my interest dropped.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think I watched maybe like 15 minutes of the game. I didn't watch a whole lot of it either. I just kept like track of the score. You know what I mean? I saw that the Eagles were just beating the piss out of them. I was like, well, that's awesome.
22-0 at halftime or something like that. 24-0 at halftime, something like that. Yeah.
I think at one point it was like 34-0 in like the third quarter.
Yeah, they didn't come back till like
late third quarter.
They finally scored when the backups were in. So
that poor guy
we didn't
Worthy
see it coming, but.
Yeah, Worthy had like 8 receptions for 100 and some odd yards and a couple tutties. Is like that's the quietest thing of all time because they got their ass kicked. You know.
Yep.
So good for him. Though, yeah. So he might be a problem moving forward, but it was tough. The halftime show. I like Kendrick Lamar, so I mean, he clowned on Drake the whole time. Thought it was hilarious. So
he clowned on Drake and the government the whole time.
Yeah, so. He really did. Which, hey, I was just kind of laughing about it. I was like, this is kind of freaking funny. And I like his songs and stuff. And I thought it was cool too. I didn't know this until afterwards that he didn't play his older stuff because he doesn't get paid as much on that as he does his new stuff. So that's why he didn't do like swimming pools or any of those other older stuff because he only gets like a certain percentage. So if everybody nobody gets paid to do the halftime show, but what they get their money back in is like all the streams on Spotify and stuff like that afterwards. So he played all of his new stuff where he makes more money. I was like, what a G. That's awesome. So
yeah, gotta get that bag.
Yeah, for sure. What'd you guys think of the halftime show?
Oh, dude, that was honestly it was my favorite part of the whole Super Bowl was that halftime show. The Super Bowl itself, we watched it the whole time just to watch it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was rooting for Kansas City to start because I wanted to see history made. That's the only reason. I would have loved if they won and then just went away for a decade and like no one talked about them anymore. Like I would be okay with that. But I was stoked to see like Saquon did his first ring and the Eagles just completely dominate and go out there and just like really like earn back what they lost 2 years prior in that setting. So I was still very much happy that that the Eagles won. Can't say they're same for the city. They just destroyed the shit out of that city.
Yeah, they were crazy.
Did they?
I didn't see East Lansing after a win or a loss.
You don't talk about burning. You don't talk about burning. Burning couches. Burning couches are fucking sweet. Why would you burn? Can I ask a question? Why the hell would you burn your couch? Like, where are you going to sit tomorrow?
Because they're idiots. We were on that campus how many times? We know they're idiots. They just don't care.
Like, bro, you're gonna need a couch tomorrow. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, it's great.
It was worth it.
This is probably a bad time to announce that East Lansing has sponsored the podcast. I'm kidding.
City of East Lansing. Pop up the logo.
Yep. This episode brought to you by Couches.
Michigan State University,
where we burn couches.
Yeah, man. You couldn't tell if they won or lost if you looked at the photos after.
Oh yeah, true. Philly just wrecked the shit out of that city.
Really, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I think at one point they stole like a plow truck or something. They were like flipping shit and like ramming stuff. They were tearing down traffic lights and beating the shit out of them.
They didn't grease the poles.
Nuts.
Normally, anytime Philly has a big game, they grease the poles so they can't climb up them. That's a real thing. They grease the poles in New Orleans because of the Philly fans. They was worried about it.
Well, no. You're misinformed. When New Orleans like greases the poles, they're stripper poles.
Easy.
They're not the traffic poles. But yeah, so yeah, the game kind of went how I kind of expected, I guess. Yeah. So, but halftime show though, fantastic. I loved it. I love all the subliminal messages, and I've watched back so many recaps of the performance as well too to catch all of them. I didn't realize in the moment that his whole set was the shape of a PlayStation controller.
Oh yeah, I noticed that right off the get.
Yeah.
See, I didn't, and
I didn't know the significance of it until the last game over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, got it. Yeah,
but I love it. I love how he teased Not Like Us a couple times, and then finally went into it, and it's the most. This is probably going to hold one of the most iconic moments in Super Bowl performance history, outside of Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. But like him walking, and then the moment he says, "Hey Drake," he just eyes the camera. It's going to be one of the most iconic moments ever.
I've seen so many memes about it.
Yeah, it was instant. I'm with Brandon. Anything that dunks on Drake, I'm here for it. Dude's a creep. Like he deserves it.
Yep, for sure. Definitely.
And then,
I
just pulled up Spotify. Not Like Us has 1,106,296,215 streams.
That's crazy. I'm one of those. Well, I mean, depends on how many times I bumped it. I'm probably 10 million of those. And I love the song before. So, yeah.
That's the second highest. With 2,011,561,709 is All the Stars with Saz. I don't know. Saz? Saza?
Oh, yeah.
SZA. Yep.
Yeah.
Also Drake's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and I also I didn't realize that was Serena Williams. I didn't realize that was her.
Oh, I did.
Doing the trip walk.
I was like, what the hell is Serena Williams doing out here? Yeah.
I didn't know that dated. I mean, I don't keep up with pop culture and the feuds and who's dating who. I don't really ever keep up with it.
And I mean, you're talking about multiple layers, Jeff. Like, she dated him. She's doing the dance that she got shit for before. Like, they thought it out.
Yep.
Yeah, he thought so
he
much
did.
into it.
Drake's done lyrics in his one of his latest songs about Serena Williams and her husband. Like her husband's a groupie or something. I don't know. And then she comes out there.
Yeah. I remember hearing something like that. He calls. Yeah.
Like, how do you come back from that? I mean, there's just no way, right? He come out in a freaking hoodie with freaking bullet holes in it at his show on Super Bowl night. Yeah, I was like, bro.
I didn't know that was Super Bowl night that happened.
Yeah, it was after the performance of the halftime show. He come out. Yeah,
it's appropriate. I keep seeing like this one like little I don't know, video clip or whatever. It's like a Drake officially and has a response to the Super Bowl performance, and it's him shutting off the TV, walking out, and getting into her grave. That's pretty awesome.
It's appropriate.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think the only other thing that's shocking that came out from the Super Bowl too is I saw today the bell bottom pants that he was wearing are now like officially being just like sold out everywhere.
Oh, sure.
And now we know why there's an Amazon box behind Chase.
Right there. I got him on right now.
He's just wrapping those already.
Yep. I'm going to do the walk in front of camera. Just.
All right, let's be honest. Who did not end up doing that walk randomly the next day? I know I did.
Hell yeah, I did. I tried it. I don't look the same.
No.
He just stumbles.
Yeah,
you don't have years of a rap beef behind you, Brandon.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't have that much swag. That's for sure. That dude, like when he comes in there and doing that, I was like, oh my god, this is over. I mean, we already knew it was over. I mean, why would you, if you're Drake, why in the hell would you pick a fight with that guy? I mean, right now, it has to be the top.
Well, he didn't pick
rapper.
the fight with them.
Yeah, he did. Drake started.
No, so if you go back in history, from what I read, because I didn't know why the beef started, so I went back and did a timeline, and the first shot taken was Kendrick to Drake on a song with
J. Cole,
Sean or something. J. Cole, yeah, something like that. Yeah. He did, and he took a shot at Drake there, and that's where it started.
Well, Drake wanted Kendrick on the song with J. Cole, and Kendrick said, "No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with him." J. Cole reached out to Kendrick, and he says, "No, I'm not doing it with Drake on the track." And then that's when it started. And then Drake did the initial diss track, and then Kendrick hit him with another one, and then Drake did another one, and then 20 minutes later, Kendrick posted "Not Like Us." 20 minutes later, after that one drop.
And then he did that and Meet the Grams all in one day, I think, right?
Yeah.
He dropped both of those in one day.
Yeah.
Had them in the chamber, just ready to go.
Ready to go. And just I mean, that's the guy you just don't pick a fight with. Like, you don't want any part of that smoke. Like, if he'd have been like, nah, I don't want Drake in it. If I'm Drake, I'm like, okay, whatever. And definitely not doing a diss track. Because that dude, you just don't want to mess with him. He's insane.
Yeah. Drake has definitely fallen off hard. So,
yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. He'll probably disappear for a little bit and then
come out with probably, I mean, because you really think about Drake, I mean, yeah, we're all kind of clowning on him, and so did Kendrick. But as far as like songs and #1 hits and everything, like he's got a very good portfolio of hits.
He does.
That would make sense on the halftime show. But Jay-Z has a beef with Drake because Drake said years ago that he thinks he was better than Jay-Z. So Jay-Z's part of the one that decides who's going to do the halftime show, like that committee.
How is he involved in that?
Him and Goodell just linked up and just have a relationship. So he's in charge of that committee that chooses who's going to do the halftime show. So everybody's thinking because Jay-Z doesn't like Drake, he picked Kendrick because they're beefing. And then Kendrick came on here and just clowned on him in front of everybody in the world. So
I don't want to get too far into it, but like, didn't Jay-Z and Beyonce flee because they were associated with P. Diddy? I thought they left the country because they were finding stuff out about Jay-Z and Beyonce attending those
some interesting stuff that's coming out.
I hadn't heard about them, but I mean, there's a lot of people who are connected.
Yeah, a lot of people are connected, and there is like conspiracy theory out there, like Beyonce and Jay-Z have used certain things to their advantage to become like have Beyonce be so popular. I mean, and like win
she
so many
won
awards.
The country album of the year, which if you've heard that doesn't make any fucking sense, but okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people too, like, have thanked her when they like receive awards and stuff like that. And like kind of like they're not really gatekeeping the music industry, but almost, you know what I mean? Like everything's got to go through them to really get some type of support in that industry, especially in those genres of music. So, I think that's why Drake made a comment in his diss track about going to your uncle, which she's referring to Jay-Z, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know what I mean? Kind of like Kendrick only gets stuff from his uncle, meaning like Jay-Z's helping him out or whatever. But yeah, it's a wild time.
I don't know about you two, but I'm pop cultured out with that stuff.
Yeah, same.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to open the can of worms that's bringing up Beyonce.
Yeah.
People will come for you on the internet
for sure.
I mean, that's fine. They already come for us, and I hope that continues. So
it's gonna be like, instead of judging your tea how high it is, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Jeff.
Awesome. Awesome. Fantastic. But let's switch over to talk about content that we've done here recently. So we put out 3 videos in the last few months here. The first one being disc golf, which Chase, unfortunately, you weren't able to join us on that one. But we did team up with Nathan, who turned out to be just one heck of an individual. Great, dude. Chill, so much fun. It was so good. He took us through. He was educating us along the way of how to do proper throws. We clearly didn't listen though, and we did a little 2v1, little scramble for disc golf, and it. I thought at one point we might be making a run to get ahead there, but he quickly shot us down and on a hole that he never should have had a chance to make it that close, but he found a way. But what are some of your guys' thoughts about that video? Like, what were some of your favorite moments from it?
We'll talk about this with Webby too, but with both of them, it's just like such nice dudes bringing you guys in and showing you the sports. When I was watching through it, I was like, man, this guy is like the nicest guy to them as he's taking them around.
For sure.
And like just good vibes all around.
Yeah, definitely. He was a blast. Nathan was awesome. And he was so like easy to get along with, and like his knowledge of the sport and everything, and like trying to teach us things. And I mean, I do think like we got better as the video went on. I don't know, definitely not like we're definitely not great at the sport. It's very hard. It's a lot harder than it looks for sure. You think, oh, he's just chucking a frisbee. It's like, oh hell no, dude. Like the one you got to like fit it in between a 5-foot gap, And I'm like, I don't know where the hell this thing's going, dude. I'm just chucking it and praying, He was.
So I'm curious. Did he give you guys discs?
Yeah, he did. No,
okay.
I brought some, and then he looked at them and he laughed at most of them, and then was like, "Here, you can have this." He gave us like our own little backpack to carry it in and everything, and
nice.
Yeah, and what did I bring? I brought a cooler. I brought a cooler to put them in, just to carry it. And he just looked at the cooler like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that.
We can't do that." He's like, "I can't be associated with you carrying your disc in a cooler, man." He's like, "Here, use my spare bag," which is a bitchin' setup. Yeah, I was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" So.
Popped open the trunk of that car, and it was just like disc golf heaven.
Man, I'm sure. Once people get into it, they love collecting them.
But I think of like just memories that come back. I mean, he sunk some pretty gnarly shots. Like then we opened up the video with one of his best ones where he has this like little leap that he does too, and at first it's like that's not gonna work, and then you quickly eat your words and he just sinks it.
Ooh, you're saying there's a chance?
100%.
There we go.
Oh!
I do something cool.
What a hell of a putt.
But yeah, Brandon had some really good putts. I think your specialty was putting, which is the exact opposite of golf.
Yeah, for sure.
So because in golf you're great at driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're great at driving in golf, but when you drive it in disc golf, not great. Yeah. I mean, neither of us were really great off the tee, if you will. Putting wise, you definitely you came through like pretty much the majority of the holes. You were able just to sink them.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had a few good putts, and then one of my worst moments was I was standing kind of like right by the bushes or whatever, and I didn't throw it but 5 feet right into the freaking bushes, dude. I was like, boom! I was like, oh shit, that's a disaster.
I'm just gonna throw and pray here. I was worried about being too far left of our thing. All right, we'll use yours.
But and then I hit the smallest tree in the entire forest.
The third hole,
yeah, right in front of me. I just chuck it and like dink, hit this little tiny tree. I was like, you got to be shitting me, dude. I couldn't do that again if I tried. Yeah, I know. I was like, you see the size of that? I can't believe I hit that thing. Unreal. Yeah, there was a few that I made an ass of myself. So luckily the putting kind of helped out in a way where I didn't look like a complete and total disaster. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, that shot, I can't remember what hole it was. It's on the front 9 where you literally were like standing parallel to the bushes and you just threw it into it somehow. I have it on camera, but it was not a good shot. The look that Nathan flashed was just hilarious. He was just like, oh. he felt your pain in the moment and was like, oh, that's
awesome.
The worst shot I've ever seen in my life. But yeah,
tough.
he was a good sport. Even like when we were just doing shots like that, he's like, it's all right. You guys are still doing like, he took us. And if you look at the comments like on Facebook and everything, apparently they're like, oh, you put them through the ringer for their first time. Like you took them to like the worst course you could take a beginner at. And he said that through the video. He's like, you guys aren't doing too bad for this course, which I would love the second time when we go back to just do it like an easier one, just to see. Yeah. Can we do it? Can we not do it? I don't know. We'll find out soon though.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out there with him. It was a blast. And yeah, it's a really fun sport, man. I could see, like, we're going to talk about pickleball here in a minute. Like, these two sports, like, I could see being definitely an addiction like golf is for us. Like, they're just so much fun. And, you're outdoors when it comes to disc golf, and it's normally cool terrain. So it's kind of like hiking while you're at it. I mean, there's a couple times your boy was struggling up some hills, carrying both.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I'm dying out here. So, I got to get in shape, dude. and I'm already round. I am a shape, but it's like, Jesus, I got to freaking get some shit together here, dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're
almost hole in one was
hill on the
sick.
first one.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
My almost hole in one. Oh, yeah, on 17.
Dude, how are you going to talk about that?
Yeah. Well, like I was 10 feet away from it, I think, or something like that. I don't know how. That was, like I said in the video, nothing like coming alive at the very end. Like, I don't know what it was. And we had that like 4-foot gap between the trees. And I was like, I'm going right through it. Yeah. And there's one time it didn't slice, if you will. It hung on pretty good. And then when it did slice, it just kind of dropped down right in front.
Oh, yeah. Get in it. Get in it. Oh. That's how you do it.
So that was a natural bird for that hole. It felt great. Yeah. Felt fantastic. But then the very next hole, I think we both were just like, fucking done. Yeah. Like we threw it and we're like, can we just end it already? And then you could tell because we ended up bogey or double bogey, because we were 3 feet from it and we still missed the damn.
Yeah, we missed
the
it.
Damn, whatever you call it, the
basket,
not the hole, basket,
the basket, yeah.
The basket.
But no, I can't wait to get back out there. We gotta get
chain.
Yeah. But you got to bring me along next time. I'm going to be your ringer.
100%.
Well, we did offer, and you were apparently busy.
I don't even remember. I did play a lot of disc golf in college, though. So it is the one sport I guarantee I'll at least be okay at.
Shit, yeah. All right, bet.
I'll at least be passable.
I'll work the camera that day.
I mean, I might have been in a different state of mind. I might have been in a different state of mind when I played in college, but you
can go back to that. We won't tell anyone. Don't worry.
Yeah, I did play disc golf once before. It was for a bachelor party. And we just rolled around a cooler on wheels the whole time. And I just got completely obliterated. So
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I lost every disc. I started with like 6, lost every one of them. Lost them. So, what do you do? Shit happens. So,
yeah, I've been in contact with Nathan. We're getting out there soon. It's February right now. I'm hoping to contact and we can line up a date. I was hoping by the end of the month we'll see how it goes, because it seems like every time the snow melts here, we just get hit again. So we'll see how it goes. If we can't do it in February, we'll hit March. I mean, we'll definitely have time before the actual golf season starts. And even when the golf season starts, we still might go out.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the pickleball video, though, do want to take a quick moment to shout out the Castle Golf Company. We have partnered up with them. So if you want to go over and check out castlegolfco.com, they have a great assortment of golf apparel, from hats to gloves. Hoodies are involved in that as well, too. Driver covers, putter covers, you name it, they have it. If you go check them out, make sure to use Makeshift 15 as the code to get 15% off that entire order. You can see I'm rocking the hat right here. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to this, go check us out on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our channel. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the goods, but make sure you go and check out Castle Golf Company as well. Pickleball, though. So we got to go and do that at the end of December. We met up with Webby from Eddie and Webby. If you have not checked them out yet, please go like, comment, subscribe to their channel. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook as well, too. They're even on the TikTok. But Chase, you were able to go along with us on that one, and that was just a ball.
It's a blast. Around. Yeah. You see pickleball, it's been blowing up for years, and you're kind of like, I don't know, what's the big deal about it? And then you go play, and it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
But we killed Brandon.
But yeah, pickleball was a blast. And again, Eddie could not be there, but Webby was able to walk us through and kind of like really introduce us to the sport. We got to dink around. Brandon loved that saying.
That was the best. I loved it. I've been called a dink a lot. You know what I mean? I was like, well, shit, I know what this is. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't what I'm thinking. You just hit it back and forth. This is incredible. Yeah, no, it was a great time. I had a blast. Like you said, we played with Webby, not Eddie. And he was the best, dude. I mean, down to earth, cool as hell, teaching us the game. I mean, we couldn't have got two better guys to walk us through these new sports that we're playing. Like Chase said earlier, they were so awesome, and Webby was the best. I mean, he kicked our ass. He kicked our ass, but and he did it with like, a cool demeanor. He like kind of joked about it and stuff, but he
gave us shit the whole time for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
fantastic.
I was gonna say
we told him like, do not hold back.
Yeah, and he didn't. He didn't. But I still feel like he could have went a little harder too if he wanted to. But I think he was like still giving a shit, but being respectfully giving a shit too. So, and he was like being complimentary too. He's like, I'm like trying for these. Like, I'm not like, yeah, we got skunked on every single time we played him, but or pickled.
Yeah,
we got pickled every single time.
Yeah,
but
pickled.
Pickled. Yeah, pickled. Yeah, but still, like, we had some good moments, But yeah, it was a lot harder than I thought it would be, if I'm being honest.
100%.
Yeah. Those serves that he hit, like, I think Chase got it good on the camera one time, like where he was like behind us, and it, like you could kind of see how it like sneaks up on you really fast, like
Oh yeah.
In the videos it's just like, oh okay, you're just and then you see us serve and we're just sending him muffins. It's like, oh my god, like what the hell, his is coming in hot, like it's getting on you quick, and you gotta like hurry up and I'm just out here trying to survive.
I know there was in the beginning he was picking on you a little bit, and then he did a great job evening it out. Like he was picking on you, then picked on me. He definitely targeted Chase the moment he got out there, though.
Oh yeah,
there was a time where on camera he was like, I was just throwing. He's like, well, seeing that he hasn't hit it over the net at all, I think this is easier than before.
Yeah, when he realized I was bad at backhand, he was like, I'm gonna send them all for Chase for backhand, and I was like, okay, that's
You guys though did have a few solid rallies though with him, like some back and forth.
We had a couple toward the end.
My favorite though was the alley oop that you guys did. Like you went to backhand it, and I don't know how you had that paddle angled, but it just popped it literally straight up in the air, and Brandon just smacked it across.
How about that way?
That's called the alley oop. All right. That was honestly still to this day my favorite part of that video was how that whole thing went down.
I think I said, what do you think
it should have been legal.
Me too. That's what I was saying. That's some bullshit. Yep.
I will say what I felt like was my best that I did was not on our channel, but the video that we did for his. We were kind of course, it was when he had his 5 below paddle.
Mm-hmm.
But we were going back and forth with him, and I got him to where I got it right on the edge, and when he hit it, it just went out of bounds. I'm like, yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? My one good shot. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. He was a great guy. He wants to come out and do it again with us. He wants to go out and he wants to go disc golf as well too. I think we found somebody that we can bring on the channel, whenever to really get into some shit with us.
So. For sure. I told him he's got to come into our round something though. Yeah, like golf. I think we talked about golfing because he doesn't golf a lot, but he's got clubs and can golf. So yeah, I think we bring him out to the links and just beat his ass.
Yeah.
I think
physically, not in golf, just beat the shit out of him.
Hit him with my pitching wedge.
I think it'd be kind of fun if we brought in since those were Nathan and Webby are two like first collabs. We should bring them on at the same time and do like a mixed 2-on-2. So like you would take one of them and I would take the other one, and we would just try to go head to head to see what happens.
Because you get a little competitive when we go against each other. We talk some shit.
Dude, we bitch at each other when we're on the same team.
We do. Yeah, we do. We're like
every video.
Couple. Yeah,
every video that we've like collabed with somebody, like Carson was our first like collab. Yeah, and in one video, like in one of those shots, you and I are just like going at each other. Like it was the whole like we have more green to work with.
Yeah,
and you pissed me off with that, but you kept bringing that up.
Yeah,
and then at one point,
kept bringing that up.
Well, and then you would twist the knife a little bit and did it fresh in my mind again. You fudge. But then even Carson was like, Man, I don't have to get them fighting with each other. They're already bitching at each other. The same way with Webby. Like you and I were going at him. I was like, they're in trouble. They're fighting with each other.
Yeah. I think that just goes to the, like how we've been friends for so long. It's like we know what gets under each other's skin and we're not afraid to use it at times. Shit.
When I watch the videos, there's like a trajectory of Jeff swearing more and Brandon laughing at Jeff more.
I don't think a more accurate statement has been said about this.
That's spot on. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, when I get riled up,
really hard not to laugh too. I really
bullshit.
Try hard.
You just
swear,
let it
dude,
go.
Oh, if I were to laugh,
it just comes out.
I mean, some of it does, but if I were to laugh as much as I want to, oh my god! Like there's times where I'm like, oh shit, oh boy. I'm just dying inside. Yeah, especially speaking of dying inside, we can just go right into the next video. Freaking Pebble Beach, the 9 holes, dude. I don't know if I've seen you more mad.
Get to 9 holes.
Well, that's right, 5 holes.
Well, you shut me out at 5.
I did.
It was my gosh. Yeah, no, that was awful. And I think, I mean, I'll no excuses by any means on my side, but like I did go into that way with a whole new, like, I'm going to start like teeing off and swinging like in a more accurate way to work on it. And the weirdest damn thing that came from that video is the fact that like my driver was my best club during that whole video. And I don't understand that. So, but yeah, no, it was a fun time. It was only my second time, I think, at a golf simulator. Yeah, I saw the face you made. It wasn't actually that fun for me. The camera truly did not get how pissed I actually got during that.
I wasn't recording a lot for that because I was like, oh boy, this guy started to lose
he was trying to save me, but it was honestly like the first blow up.
Yeah.
Like the first real blow up I've had. It was awful.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, this might not be good for viewership here.
Worse than when we did the sets of 3.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when we did the three videos in one day.
Yeah, it
was worse.
Jeff was like he needed a Snickers because he was getting hungry by the end.
I was hungry for one decent fucking shot. That's what I was hungry for. Never came though.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, yeah, I get pissed because like I'm passionate about wanting to get better. And just like that was just an all-time low of, I would say, for me for golf. Like I was just, and it could have been just the simulator as well too. Like I don't know how to gauge how strong to hit it. Like I was hitting things pure, but I was either putting them up 50 yards short or 50 yards too far. Like I could never find that in between. Yeah. Not to mention I almost knocked myself out with a golf ball. Like bouncing off the damn screen back. I still don't know how that happened.
How does that happen? Look where the ball headed.
I don't understand it. I don't know either. Here we are recording a video.
The only thing I can think of is like, because I was I think I had a wood or a hybrid. Yeah. And I think I might have had it teed up. I think I might have had it teed up too high to where when I hit it, the angle just went boom.
And then had backspin on it. That would make sense.
It could have been. And then the fact that like on the screen, it only went like 30 yards, but like in reality, that thing would have went probably a lot farther than that, but just how it hit and just came right back at me. I didn't even see it till the last second. And I had to just quickly like duck really quick.
Yeah.
And then I heard the ding from it hitting the table and it landed on the couch, which is a good 10 feet behind me.
Shit. That was awesome. Yeah. It's tough when you're recording a video and some shit like that happens. And then you're in a room, we got a private room or whatever that everybody looks over at you.
Yeah. Like the guys that were just outside on that box or that simulator. They
like
just
looking
stopped
at us
and
like,
just
Jesus,
looked and I'm just
these
like,
jokers are fucking doing a video. This is a disaster. Yep.
It's a really hard look because like when we roll in there, we have
we got
film equipment. We look pretty legit when we walk in until we actually play. And then you just know that the look does not match the talent.
Right.
So
it's true.
We'll work on it. We'll get better.
Yeah.
But it's part of the brand, though, right?
It's part of the brand. Plus, it's like the game, right? Like that's the nice part about the game. It's for everybody. It's for all of us that, different handicaps, different skill levels, just getting into the sport, being in the sport forever. It doesn't matter. I mean, and that's the thing, too. It's like, you even look at the pros, like sometimes they have good and bad days, too. Like, not comparing us to the pros. Like, their bad days are never going to happen days. I understand it. But, but it's like the game is just different and it can be played by anybody and, you never know. So, yeah, why not put out a little content where people laugh at us because they're like, holy shit, these guys suck.
And Chase, you're there to witness. At no point do we actually try to suck that bad or to do something just for content. That is literally just how we are.
No, it's never faked. It's never, it's never for show. It's real experience.
But
so I was going to ask, I've never used a golf simulator. What's that like for you guys?
Yeah.
Shit. It was shit, Chase. I just got done telling you it was fucking awful. Brandon, I will push this to you.
Yeah. So it's definitely different. So like you only can see it go so far. And I think sometimes it's an advantage and sometimes it's a disadvantage. So when the simulator is using cameras and judging like trajectory of the ball when it hits and it's using all these different ways to figure out like ball speed, side spin, swing speed. Like it takes all of those and then shows you on the screen what it thinks it would be the shot. So sometimes like you'll hit stuff and you're like, all right, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But then other times you hit it and you're like, I don't know if that was like completely accurate. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I'd say it's like 90% accurate to what you would get out there. Putting is super difficult, just because like you don't see the hole in front of you. You just kind of get like a distance, right? So you're like, okay, you just kind of, like, all right, maybe it's a 30-foot putt, so I'm gonna hit it, this like hard. And sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad. The nice part is like when I first went to one, at X Golf in Lansing is where we filmed this one. They talked about putting like where you set it on this eye, it's like this camera eye. You put it there, and then like, to roll it to the end of the screen's like a 15-foot putt. So I kind of would always keep that in my head. It's like, okay, like if I want it to go further than 15 feet, then I'll kind of hit it, this distance and stuff. But I'll say like, especially with this last one, I think both of us were playing with our new set of clubs for irons, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I guess that's a fair.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have helped me if I even had my old ones, but.
Yeah, but at the same point too, like, we don't know exactly the distance on how far we hit these set of clubs. Like I know normally I'll hit a pitch and wedge, I don't know, 125 to 135 yards normally. And then, so you get that distance and that's kind of what you have to have in your head. So simulator golf, like it's more about having your numbers dialed in than it is about like seeing it and feeling like how much I got to hit the shot. And I think that's one thing that Jeff and I were talking about. Like he doesn't like have those dialed just yet. Like what he knows, like he didn't hit a good pitch and wedge yet. So simulator golf's a lot tougher in that regard. But
yeah, that's kind of what my thought was about it. Is like if you don't have the mind body connection normally, that's got to throw you off completely.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the mind-body connection outside of the simulator either. So, like, this was definitely like a shit. And I was just a damn fool for walking into that thinking that like I was going to fare pretty well. There's nothing more embarrassing than like Brandon said, like not to compare us to pros. There's times where I'm like, man, I could do that. And then I have moments like that on camera where I'm like, why the fuck did I even allow myself to say that? It's like false confidence here and there. You feel good. You're craving to get out there on the course. You're like, man, I got this. And then you get out there and you're like, I never should have got off the couch.
Yeah.
But I will say though,
go ahead.
Yeah, I will say I am excited because I mean, next week Brandon booked it for us. We are going back to the simulator. We're going to do a little par 3 course, I want to say, for competition. Chase, you're going to join us for that as well too.
Yep.
So hopefully it'll be a much better video. I'm not going to lie. This last video wasn't my favorite that we've done. But I think the next one will be pretty solid. So can't wait to get that film, get that out there. Just to give any listeners here or viewers just like an idea, like following that, we're going to be doing a stream video for the new PGA 2K25 game that's coming out. So our first time streaming, Chase is going to have to definitely walk us through that because Brandon and I are technology challenged for the most part, mainly him. But I've never streamed before, so this should be pretty fun.
We get
then outside of that, we're looking forward to the golf season actually starting, and we can actually get back out there again. We have a collab with Turtle Golf coming up in the spring, which I'm personally stoked about. There are some very talented golfers, which that should scare us right there. But their YouTube channel is about playing and ranking every Michigan golf course. And they're, I think, up past 20 at this point. So we're going to invite them out to the area so they can, we'll do a video on their channel. They'll do one on ours. We'll have a lot of fun with that. But then we have some different challenges and different content planned for the year. So I just can't wait to get that warm weather and get out there.
Me too. This freaking
can't come soon enough.
No, for sure. This winter is just hanging on like a freaking fart in church, dude. It just will not go away. It's like, what the hell are we doing here? We finally get some warmer temperatures. We get all this snow. We're getting more snow on Saturday. I'm so sick and tired of freaking snow. Sorry, that's my rant. I'm over. Piss me off.
Brandon loves Michigan. He loves living in Michigan.
I don't anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I think about moving south all the time. Like it's getting bad, boys.
Brandon's gonna become a Florida man.
Yep.
I could never go to Florida.
5 years from now, you're gonna see golfer fights alligator on course. See a photo of Brandon.
It's gonna be me. Hell yeah, I do it in a heartbeat, dude. Yeah, everybody's going to Jupiter, Florida to do these things for golf YouTube. So let's do it.
That's why we got to be different. We got to hit the northern hemisphere.
There you go. Sure. Yeah, where we sit here and got winter for 12 months. It seems like it's insane.
Well, that's why we turn and we hit up some other sports. So
that's right. No, it works out good that way for sure. Yeah.
All right. I think that's going to be it for today. So anybody who's listening and watching us, thank you for stopping by, checking us out. Chase, Big B, always good to see you. Chase, we got to come up with a name for you. So we got to put that out there. We'll figure it out. If anyone's listening that has a good nickname for Chase, please submit it. If it's good and we choose it, I will send you some merch. I will buy you either our merch or Castle Golf merch. You take your pick. I will buy it for you.
That's a pretty good deal. He won't even do that for us, Chase. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a bad one too. He's gonna pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gonna have his face on it.
The best worst one. We're going to choose that one.
There we go.
We'll see what we can get. We'll share this around, see what people come up with, and when we'll make a public decision and a choice on what it is. We'll shout that person out. I'll get in contact with them, figure out where I need to ship it. Please be in the U.S. only. I don't want to do international shipping. That's just my plug. Hey, if you're in Canada, you might be a state, so it still might be domestic shipping at that point. So with that being said, we appreciate you all so much.
We might be a territory of Canada. I saw that today. Shit, I'm not against that. Free health.
Don't worry.
Yeah, get that health insurance. Get that poutine.
I can fuck with some poutine.
Not that, Brandon. Jesus.
Oh.
Calm down.